Ladies and gentlemen, handcrafted in Berlin from KMA Audio Machines, it's the Logan Transcend Overdrive. This is a low to mid-gain overdrive that has some unique features. Namely, it's got a second switchable feature besides the drive, and that is a parametric mid-band. And you can put the mid-band either pre or post overdrive, which allows you to get some really cool things going on. You can either kind of scoop out the tone or get a volume boost by placing the mids post overdrive, or you can run it pre overdrive and get some really cool kind of like cocked wah type effects by just pushing that mid-band right into the drive and distorting it even further and saturating it. And that's what you heard on the lead guitars on that track at the beginning of the video. I was pushing those mids right into the overdrive and boosting it up a lot, and I really like that kind of singing, sustainy kind of cocked wah sound. You heard a lot of 70s players. I always think of Mick Ronson actually when I hear that sound. I should mention too, the EQ on this pedal, bass and treble controls right here, fully active as well with 15 dB of boost and cut. So there's just a ton of room there for shaping the overall tonal character of the pedal via the parametric mids and the active bass and treble. There's also a ton of boost on tap via the volume control. You can get up to 25 dB of boost with this pedal. So on the first guitar part in the song at the beginning of the video that I played on the SG, I was actually cutting mids a little bit. I had the mids placed after the distortion section or overdrive section, and I scooped them out a little bit, and I was able to hollow out the sound of the SG a little bit and get a kind of a cool, unique overdrive tone that I really liked by doing that. For the rhythm guitar part pan to the other side, I was just using the overdrive section on kind of like a low gain drive. So what I want to do now is solo some of those parts from the track at the beginning of the video outside the mix so you can clearly hear those. And then I'm also going to play some more through the pedal, turn the knobs, and I'm going to do it through a couple different amps so you can get the idea of what this pedal sounds like through kind of a neutral amp and a brighter, more scoop sounding amp. Okay, let's get on with it. KMA Machines, handmade in Berlin, the Logan. Okay, so in order to run through all the controls and tones on the Logan, I'm going to try something new here. I'm actually going to play through a couple different amps, and I can A/B them easily using my Pete 88 switcher here on my desk. So all I got to do is hit this switch right here, and I can switch between my 66 Fender Bassman and my Laboga 50 watt amp back there, which is kind of a dual EL34 Marshall type amp. But it has a nice kind of neutral clean channel on it that if you don't turn the brights on or anything like that, I think it'll give a nice kind of contrast with the more scooped, brighter Fender sound. So here's the two amps without the pedal. Okay, so let's turn on the Logan now, and you can hear just the drive side. Okay, so you get the character there between the two different amps. So let's check out the drive control right now. I've got it set on about noon. I'm going to bring it down and just show you what the pedal sounds like at kind of minimum gain. Okay, so just adding a hint of overdrive to the core amp tone. And now that I've got it set like this, I want to show you the really powerful EQ, which gives you active EQ, 15 dB of boost and cut on the lows and the highs. Okay, so you got a ton of range there to dial it in for your whatever amp you've got. Okay, now the pedal has a ton of boost built in, so if I bring the volume control up and down, okay, so I'm kicking the front end of the amp really hard with the pedal there. And now if I add some of the pedal zone drive, it's a great, natural, really cool overdrive. It sounded like that tune to me, so that's why I went to that riff. If I turn on this button right here, what it's going to do is switch in a parametric mid-band. You can boost the frequency, you can cut the frequency, and you can sweep anywhere between 2.5K and way down low to the low mids. Okay, it's really cool. I got it set right now for kind of like that cocked wah kind of sound, and I love that tone. So I'm boosting way up, boosting somewhere probably around, I don't know, like maybe it's like 900 hertz or something like that. And then you just turn this control right here to change the frequency. So by flipping the switch right here, you can put it either pre or post. What's happening right now is I'm boosting into the overdrive and getting that cocked wah sound, and it's driving the overdrive into more distortion. If I go like this, what's going to happen is I'll get a little bit of a volume bump, and I'll get a little less sustain and gain because I'm going to put that mid boost post overdrive. So if you want to do the cocked wah thing, I suggest putting it pre-drive, much like you would run a wah into an amplifier, right? Pre the distortion. But if you want to shape the tone and maybe hollow out the mids a little bit, you can put it post and use it more like an EQ. On the inside of the pedal, there's also a trim pot that lets you blend in clean signal if you want. It's like a mix control. So if you want to blend a little bit of clean in with the distortion, you can do that. And that makes the pedal really usable on like bass guitar. I could see using it then on keys, all kinds of stuff, if you can get a bit of the clean sound mixed in as well. Thanks for watching my video on the Logan from KMA Machines. Super cool overdrive pedal that also features a switchable mid-band that's fully parametric. You can boost it, you can cut it, you can get cocked wah type sounds, you can scoop out your tone. One more thing I haven't mentioned yet is that mid-band right here. You can hook up an expression pedal and you can sweep the mids via a pedal if you want to get some interesting wah-like effects. You can check out the Logan further at that website that you see there on your screen. Please hit subscribe if you haven't, and hit the little bell beside the subscribe. You'll get an alert every time I put out a new video. I'm Pete Thorn. Please come back and see me real soon.